Thanks everybody for tuning in to the DouglasCountyDigest.com. We are here in Atwood, Illinois for the homecoming game for the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights, who are up against the Arcola Purple Riders tonight. And it will be the last game played here in Atwood as they are officially co-oping with Arthur and Lovington next season. Arthur is 6-1 and Arcola is 3-4, and here with me tonight is Mark Davis. Mark, what are we looking at here tonight?
We're definitely looking at two great quarterbacks in Strader and Schering, one of them a little bit older. So we'll see what both of them do against each other, and then what the running backs for Arcola do. We have Fischel and Motria in the backfield versus just one running back for Arthur, which is Fagan. So we'll see what the offensive weapons do for each team tonight.
And both teams coming off a win last week. Arthur definitely the dominant team over Villa Grove, going into Villa Grove and coming away with a large win, as you saw last week. And Arcola moves to 3-4 and still has a small chance to make it into the playoffs if they can win their last two games. And it'll be a test here tonight because Arthur is definitely primed to give Saragordo a run for the top of the LOVC. As it counts down, we're about a minute and a half here to game time. And what do the defenses here look like, Mark?
Definitely number 54, West, leading Arthur. He was very fired up before the game, so we'll be happy to see him come out and make some tackles here. Whereas Arcola's defense, we saw them get picked apart by Villa Grove a couple weeks ago, and they're a very young defense, so we'll see if they step it up here tonight.
And Arcola overall is definitely one of the younger teams in the conference, maybe a little bit inexperienced, and they're going up kind of the big boys, and Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond with a lot of experience, a lot of juniors, seniors, and they are primed and ready, pumped up as we get ready here to open the first quarter. I believe Arcola is receiving and Arthur is going to kick. It is also senior night here for Arthur. And a lot of good players on both teams. Said Fischel for Arcola and quarterback Clayton Strader are the two highlighted ones for the Purple Riders. And Arthur has their main two and their quarterback, number 21 Tyler Schering and Jordan Fagan, number 15 as the running back, but they had lots of weapons last week against Villa Grove. Number 2 Curtis Plank was the main wide receiver, along with a great defense that features Logan West. And we get set now here for the opening kickoff. Number 21 for Arthur gets set to kick off.
Kicking off for the Knights, number 21, Tyler Schering.
Deep for Arcola's Fischel, and it looks like number 35. No, it was a short kick, and it is returned up to about the 32-yard line. Good kick, decent return, good field position for Arcola to start the game.
13, James Allen on the stop for the Knights.
And we'll get to see Arthur's defense first out, going up against the small and speedy Arcola offense here.
See if either offense can make it to the 51-yard line tonight, Luke.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind as I made that mistake a few weekends ago. And Arcola comes out here in two wideouts, two backs in the backfield. And quarterback Strader runs to his left, featuring the option. There's penalty flag right away. And ball is loose. And number 2, Curtis Plank for Arthur, recovers the ball. So Arthur forces a turnover right off the bat, but there's a flag on the play. And I believe that will probably be holding on Arcola.
Looked like the Purple Riders came out in a pistol formation that time like we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Ethan Gingrich. We also have a flag on the play.
So they do call holding against Arcola, but it is declined. So Arthur will take over on downs, 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the night.
So right off the bat, Arthur's defense forces a turnover and takes over on offense. And as we've seen the past few weeks, Arthur's offense is a highlight reel. They score quickly and often. And they come in their traditional pistol set. Kind of a wishbone, two wideouts. Fagan goes in motion, and Schuring keeps the ball to the outside, makes one guy miss, and it's going to be a one-play and score for Arthur as they are now on the scoreboard, 6-0. And we are less than a minute into this ball game.
By Tyler Schuring.
An excellent run by Tyler Schuring, great blocking up front by his offensive line. And everybody was focused in on Jordan Fagan, who is the highlight running back, very athletic, very speedy. And everyone forgot about the quarterback, who he showed off his offensive talents last week against Villa Grove, rushing for their 3 scores, I believe. And in for the extra point is Jordan Fagan. And the kick is good. So Arthur starts out on an excellent note, forcing the turnover and quickly scoring, making it 7-0.
And it's good.
And we will again get to see Arthur kick off, and hopefully Arcola can eliminate the turnovers and try and even up the score. Keep this from being a blowout early.
It's hard to get fired up on a cold night like this, Luke, but looked like the Arthur team came out fired up for their homecoming game, and they scored quickly.
It is definitely a chilly night. It's supposed to be down in the 40s here, and it is definitely on its way down there. A chance of rain maybe later, which would make it even colder. But Arcola need to be desperate here. They need a win tonight and next week in order to have a chance to be in the playoffs. And back deep is 32, Wyatt Fischel, and number 15, Seth Still for the Purple Riders.
Steele, 8 for the Purple Riders.
Tyler Schuring, number 21, kicking off.
21, Tyler Schuring.
And so far it's been dominated by Arthur. 7-0, less than a minute into the ball game. 11:36 on the clock. Short kick, picked up,
Steele on the return.
and ran forward for about 10 yards to the 33.
54, Logan West, and number 27,
And Arthur's defense will come out on the field again.
Stephen Wright.
And I would imagine they're just as fired up as before. Arcola has to eliminate the turnover.
On their own 33-yard line.
Basically forget about it and move on right here.
See a duo of good kickers for Arthur. They have 15 Fegan on extra points and field goals and 21 Schuring on the kickoffs. And when you talk about special teams, there's certainly a special point in football, so it's nice to have 2 great kickers like that.
And Arcola is in the pistol. 2 wideouts, 2 backs in the backfield, and there's a flag on the play. And I'm going to take a guess and say that was an illegal motion penalty. And it is.
Illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty will be 1st and 15
So 1st and 15 now for Arcola as they
at the 28-yard line for the Purple Riders.
they aren't doing themselves any favors right now. And Fischel in the pistol makes a handoff to number 22, who takes it around the right side. That is Zach Mutra.
On the carry, stop made by number 27.
And he gained maybe a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 14.
It's about 11 minutes to go in the first quarter, and it is 7-0 in Arthur's favor. So quick score for Arthur, and like Luke said, if you're Arcola, you just got to forget about it, move on, and shut down the penalties.
And Arcola, again, 2 wideouts, 1 to either side of the field, 2 backs in the backfield. Matria is number 22 behind Fischel. Fischel fakes the handoff and keeps it himself. And
Strader on the
he
quarterback.
takes a good chunk of that yardage away for about
Stop made by number
almost 10-yard
62,
gain.
Dylan Black.
So it'll be third and manageable for Arcola instead of way back where they started out. I want to see if Arthur's defense can make a stand here. Arcola definitely on the drive at the moment. Second series, excuse me. And two wideouts, both sides, two backs. Official takes it, he drops back, he's looking to pass. Throws deep to the sideline, and he got number 32, Wyatt Fischel. A great catch. Excellent run after the catch for a big gain.
Wyatt Fischel.
First and 10 for Arcola. Excellent execution. Good blocking up front by the offensive line, keeping Arcola out, or excuse me, Arthur out.
It'll be first and 10 for the
I liked Strader's maneuvering there. He got out to the left edge, and it was going to be a very awkward throw, but he just reset his feet and made a great pass out to Fischel. It was a very good play by the younger quarterback and Strader.
And Strader again in the pistol. Again, two wideouts, their normal set. Takes the snap, pitches out to Mutria, and he evades one tackler, gets to the sideline and knocked out of bounds.
Number 22, Zach Matria.
About a 5-yard gain.
Made by number 15.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Arcola, as they are now on Arthur's side of the field, hopefully looking to tie this game up. And right now it looks like a big turnaround for Arcola from their first series, where things just didn't go their way. And Arcola comes to the line. Same set as before, two wideouts, two backs in the backfield with Strader. And he takes the snap. Mutria, a little hop over the offensive line. And very close to first down. Looks like he's just a little short. So it'll be 3rd and less than 1.
Number 32, Wyatt Fischel on the carry. A pickup of
And Arcola still on the drive. It is still 7-0 with 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Ethan Gingrich on the stop for the night.
Wyatt Fischel in the pistol. Two wideouts, takes a low snap, keeps it himself, going up the middle. Stopped in front by Arthur's QB, Tyler Schuring, number 21. And they're going to give him the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Arcola,
Number 21.
making everything they can possibly get out of this second drive of the game.
The 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Lots of people here tonight. Arthur Lovington, Atwood, Hammond. Again, this is going to be the final game in Atwood. And a lot of the alumni have turned out to support the Rajas. As Arcola is in the pistol, Fischel takes the snap, and it looks like another illegal procedure on Arcola, so I'll set him back another 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
The illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15 for the
And
Purple
Fischel on the
Riders.
sideline, getting the play call. Like I said, Arcola is on the verge. They could be on the verge of making the playoffs if they can win this game and win next week. Arthur's already made the playoffs. It's 6-1. They're in 2nd place in the LVC right now, trailing Cerro Gordo. And Fischel takes a low snap again, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle. Takes a good shot,
On the carry, stop made by number 62.
but still a gain of about
Along with number 54,
4.
Logan West. And a host of other nights.
Excellent defense there, good pursuit.
Pick up,
And excellent shots to the quarterback as he was wide open down the middle. And a good run by Mr. Strader. We know that Clayton Strader is a very tough character. We watched him play in Villa Grove, and he took a lot of punishing blows in Villa Grove. So he is no stranger to being hit.
Yeah, that young Arcola offensive line will grow together, and eventually they'll get to where they can read schemes and be able to block everybody, and then Strader, excuse me, will be able to flourish in that backfield.
And it was an incomplete pass by Strader. He was under a lot of pressure there. Pass was short. It almost looked like it was tipped. Almost picked off by Arthur secondary.
Picking up 3rd and 12 for the Riders.
So 3rd and very long for Arcola. And nothing to hang their heads about on this drive. They definitely marched the ball down the field pretty well. The offensive line was doing pretty well. On the last couple of plays, they've kind of faltered, and Arthur has gotten a lot of pressure to Strader. Now Arcola comes out with 4 wideouts. 1 in the backfield, man in motion. Strader takes the snap, looks to his left, looks to his right. Nobody. And they'll say that is an incomplete pass, almost caught over the middle by Wyatt Fischel. So it'll be 4th and long now for Arcola, with about
33-yard line.
6:52 left to go on the clock. Still 7-0 for Arthur. Arcola has had the ball for a good chunk now of this first quarter. Arcola comes to the line. 3 wideouts, 1 to the far side of the field, 2 to our side of the field. Strader takes the snap in the pistol, looks to throw, throws. Wyatt Fischel is open. An excellent hit made by Jordan Fagan. And he is signaling that Arcola is short. And it looks like he will be about 1.5 feet short from this angle. And they do rule him short, so that'll be a turnover on downs for Arcola. Not a bad drive, just unable to finish it, Mark.
They get a lot going there, especially their passing game was outstanding there. They didn't do too much with the run, but that pass really saved them on that drive, but they just couldn't finish it out, get into that end zone.
A difficult way to finish that drive. 3 and out, and Arthur will take over 1st and 10. And they're in the pistol. A high snap, handoff for a decent gain.
Number 27, Stephen Wright on the carry.
Stephen Wright was the ball carrier.
Number 22, Zach Matria. Pick up 4 on the play, be 2nd and 6.
And as we said before, Arthur's offense is highlighted by everybody that's in their backfield. The main 2 being number 15, Jordan Fagan, and number 21, Tyler Schuring. And they send a man in motion. Fake the handoff, and he's going to the outside. Good pursuit by Arcola's defensive line, but they didn't catch him in time. He was close to the first down. The flag on the play is holding against Arthur. So that'll drop him back 5 yards from the spot of the foul.
That's a spot foul.
And I'm incorrect. It is a 10-yard penalty. My mistake.
And that'll make it 2nd and 10 for tonight.
So not too much lost. It is 2nd and 10 now. Arcola's defense trying to make a stand here. They really need to step it up a little and maybe provide a spark to get their team going. Their sideline looks a little dead right now. Actually, both sidelines are kind of stagnant at the moment. Not too much action. Arthur again only on their 2nd series here. And there's a snap, Schuring back, throws the ball deep, and it is dropped by number 1, Cody Stevens. Not a bad pass, bullet pass, almost caught.
Defending on the play, number 39.
And excellent defense. There's a crowd of white jerseys in there for Arcola, so it'll be 3rd and 10. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 7-0 for Arthur. And again, you think there'd be a little more life between these two teams at the moment because of the homecoming for Arthur and the need to get in the playoffs for Arcola.
Certainly a lot at stake at this game.
And Schuring in the pistol, takes a snap, looks to throw, goes deep, launches it down the field. Incomplete, overthrows Jordan Fagan, number 15. So it'll be 4th and 10.
That would have been a great play for Arthur, a nice spark in their offense, but that was just overthrown by a little bit there.
And it shows that Tyler Schuring has a very good arm. And the coach didn't seem too happy with some of the route running by one of the receivers. Fagan did have a double team on him as he was running down the field, and number 32, Jesse Ruff, back to punt. And there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it may be an illegal procedure on Arthur. And it is a legal procedure, so that'll move them back a little bit farther, and they will retry this punt. So Arcola's defense makes a stand and will put their offense back on the field, barring no turnovers on this kick. Jesse Ruff, the punter again, and he gets it off. It's a very high punt. And Fischel tried to field it over the shoulder, and it looks like that Arcola recovered from here.
That would have been a great recovery for Arthur. That was a very nice covered punt and definitely muffed by Fischel.
That was a tough catch for Fischel, he had to turn and then twist all the way around to try and field that punt over his shoulder.
That was really a great punt by the punter for Arthur. That was long and high.
Definitely gave his teammates enough time to run down the field to make the tackle or recover that punt. So Arthur unable to get anything going on their second drive. Arcola will take over.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Knights.
And Fischel in the pistol. 2 wideouts, running back, fakes the handoff, goes up the middle, and Schuring, number 21.
Number 21, Tyler Schuring, we've got a flag on the play.
There was a flag in the middle of the field around that tackle. As we wait to see what the call is. I didn't see anything at the present time. They respot it there about the 48. They call it chop block on Arcola.
Purple Riders.
And that will set them back a ways. Not the way you want to start this drive. You want to keep the momentum from your last drive and hopefully finish it off, but 15 yards have now been marked off, so it'll be 1st and extremely long. And Arcola calls a timeout.
And timeout, Purple Riders.
So Mark, so far we've seen some sketchy play for both sides on offense. Two defenses hadn't been real bad so far, but what are we looking for here in the end of the first quarter?
Definitely want some improvement from the Arcola offense. They haven't been able to get their run game going. Neither offense really has. I think run game is the one thing to improve on if you can over this quarter. Both quarterbacks have looked pretty good, either running or throwing have both been good. So.
And Arthur has the only score right now, 7-0 on a 15-yard scamper by quarterback number 21, Tyler Schuring. And the two defenses after that have really picked it up and settled in quicker than the offenses have. And we will look to see if Arcola can make another turnaround. Arcola did have a good drive there last time out, but unable to capitalize with it.
We'd like to thank the following businesses
As Arthur's defense forced the turnover.
Monocle's, Dick's Pharmacy, Subway,
But
Casey's, Adams Jewelry.
as we resume play here, Arcola's offense is on the field. It looks like they are in the pistol with 2 wideouts to either side of the field and 2 backs in the backfield. As we wait for the referee and the officials to get set. And Arcola definitely needs this drive here, and they need to score. They don't want this. They don't want this score to get out of hand. They don't want this game to get out of hand. Because if Arthur takes command, they will run away with it. They need to keep it as close as possible. And we have one of the officials are talking to the coaches on the sideline as we await them to resume play. And all the players are still out there on the field, just everybody's just kind of standing around. And this is unfortunate because it takes any kind of momentum and any kind of flow out of the ball game. But we will see here what Arcola has as we resume play. So it'll be first and it looks to be about 20 yards to go for Arcola. And Strader takes the snaps, hands it off to Mutria, who breaks a couple of tackles, gets tripped up by number 54, Logan West. Excellent hands by Mr. West, knocking the legs out from under Mr. Mutria, number 22.
Even though it can be a little bit intimidating to face a play like 1st and 20, you just have to keep thinking if we can get 4 gains of 5 yards, we'll get the first down. So you just have to keep thinking short and sweet, pop a couple of those, and you've got the first down.
And a good call by Mark. Just take away chunks of yards as you go.
It was a 7-yard gain there, so it's nice to see if you're Arcola.
And Strader has 2 backs behind him this time, 2 wideouts. And they hand off up the middle to Wyatt Fishel. And it looks like the ball was fumbled. And Tyler Shuring comes up with it. It is Arthur's ball. Another turnover forced by Arthur. The last one resulted in the only score of this game in a matter of seconds. So Arthur's defense forcing turnovers here, making Arcola's team work. And Arthur is probably one of the teams you don't want to turn the ball over to because of their offensive play. I think they're averaging around 40 points a game. Other than their low output against Cerro Gordo, they've reached 40 almost every game. And Shuring keeps the ball, goes to the outside, keeps it himself, and he's down the sideline. And it will be a repeat of the last turnover. Except this time, Tyler Shuring rushes around to the right side on about a 20-yard scamper. And he is in the end zone to make it 13-0 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So 2 turnovers for Arcola results in 2 scores for Arthur. And they score on the play after the turnover, both times.
And if you're Arthur, you know you're going to be in the playoffs. You're just trying to gain confidence for the playoffs, get all your players ready to go out and perform, and hopefully make a state run.
And they definitely have a very good-looking team, as Fagan's extra point is good. It is now 14-0. Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond.
20 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's the
And
Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond.
if you're Arcola, what do you discuss right now, being down 14-0, Mark?
You just can't get intimidated. You have to pass the ball now. We haven't seen a lot of passing when teams are down, but I think that's the way to go. And the running backs haven't performed very well, so I think you switch over to your quarterback, Strader, and just improve the defense. Watch the quarterback, Shuring. A lot of teams are so intimidated by the running back 15 Fagan that they just don't even focus on Shuring, and he has some wheels of his own.
Yeah, that whole entire Arthur backfield has wheels. Their wideouts are quick, good hands. Their running backs are quick and strong. And their quarterback has excellent vision down the field and some powerful legs of his own.
Number 15.
And Arcola set to return. And they really need to come out here. And, I mean, I focus on keeping this game close. Because when Arthur gets out to a certain point, it's almost unreachable because of how well the offense works. They're so efficient. They give a good mix between pass and run. They have all the weapons. They use all their weapons. Shuring kicks. A decent kick, high up. Number 32 Wyatt Fischel takes it, makes a move, and he is taken down around the 31-yard line.
Made by number 15, Jordan Fagan, and number 20.
So Arcola again, excuse me, that is the 36-yard line. So good field position for Arcola once again. This is about the average place they started from. And Arcola will come up again with their traditional form in the pistol. Mutria in the backfield behind Strader. 2 wideouts. Strader takes the snap, kind of low, throws it out there, caught by number 40, Hopgood.
Ran out of bounds by number 54, Logan West.
So an excellent pass play by Arcola to start off the drive. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's certainly encouraging. If you're Arcola, you come out, pass the ball, get a nice completion. And it looks like they have number 7, Colin Seaman, out to the right side. Maybe get your wide receiver involved a little bit.
And Strader takes the snap, hands off to Mutria, who's very close to the first down.
Number 22, Mutria on the carry. Stop made by number 50.
So Arcola again is working on a decent drive here, as they are just consistently gaining chunks of yards, and the officials signal for the first down. So they will move the chains here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Arcola as they are on the move. Hopefully keeping this Arthur defense on the field and going towards the end zone to get their own score. And that's probably the best thing they can do right now, is keep Arcola's defense on the field without turning the ball over. Of course, the turnovers are what have killed Arcola so far, as Arthur has capitalized on both to make it 14-0 in the first quarter. Low snap, pitch out to Mutria, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a huge loss. About 6 yards, so 3 minutes to go. And it is 14-0. Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond here in Atwood.
5 on the play.
And an excellent pursuit by the Arthur defense. Both guys stayed in their positions, stayed in their lanes, and they snuffed out that option play 5 yards behind the line. And Arcola, 2 wideouts. Strader getting set in the pistol. Send a man in motion. That's Wyatt Fischel. Pass looking down the sideline. And there's Colin Seaman, number 7. Good call, Mark. Colin Seaman on cue from Mark Davis for a huge gain. Great pass from Strader. A little bit underthrown, but Colin Seaman made the excellent play by coming back and blocking out the defender. Good over-the-shoulder catch. Keeps Arcola's drive alive.
That was a sophomore to sophomore play right there. Imagine when they're seniors to senior out on the quarterback and wide receiver. You're going to be making some great touchdown plays, so we'll see how that develops through the years.
And Mark is again referring to the youth of Arcola. Lots of sophomores, lots of freshmen. Not a lot of senior, junior leadership out there. And they've been grinding it out this season. As Strader takes the handoff, pitches it to Mutria. He's got a hole on the right side. And he is taken down close to the first down.
Stop made by number 27, Stephen Wright. It will be 1st and 10 for the Purple Riders.
And they do give him the first down. So first down for Arcola. as they are on the 21-yard line.
Pick up a 10.
Excellent play. Good blocking up front by the Arcola offensive line. Good job by the wide receiver, Colin Seaman, getting out in front, setting good blocks for Matria for a 10-yard gain. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Strader in the backfield, Matria behind him. Seaman out to the right. And a handoff up the middle goes nowhere. Stopped at the line. Excuse me, there is still a minute 30 left on the clock.
Stop made by number 53, Ethan Gingrich. Gingrich on the stop.
And
no gain on the play.
If you're Arcola, this is one of your better drives of this game so far. You really need to capitalize with some points here after giving up 14 off of turnovers. So Arcola comes up to the line. Again, the same set they've had for the majority of this first quarter. 2 wideouts. Strader takes the low snap, throws down the sideline. Good high arcing pass is picked off in the end zone by Cody Stevens. Number 1 for Arthur picks it off in the end zone. Excellent defensive play and puts a horrific end to the Arcola drive. That's 3 turnovers now by Arcola. Again, when you're playing a team like Arthur, this is the exact opposite of what you want to do. You don't want to turn it over against anybody in any game, but Arthur's offense has been so good this year, this season. They put up so many points in a big hurry. You don't want their offense on the field this much. And Schuring in the backfield by himself. He's got 5 wideouts, man in motion. Schuring will keep it behind the lead blocker. Excellent tackle by number 55, Drew Foltz. Drew Foltz on the tackle. Gets him, Tyler Schuring from behind as he crosses the line for a gain of about 3.
On that interception play, you saw number 15, Seth Still, was going to be on the receiving end. I thought that was really his job to go up and get that ball, but he let it slip right in front of him. And I believe it was number 1 for the Knights, Cody Siebens, who picked that off.
And there was a little contact. Tyler Schuring in the backfield. Hand off to number 15, Jordan Fagan, who will have the first down. And as I was going to say, there's a little contact on that pass play, but Cody Stevens was able to make that contact because he was turned facing the ball, tracking the ball and not tracking the receiver. And 1st and 10 now for Arthur as they are on the move. And they will let the first quarter expire. So at the end of the first quarter, we have it 14 for Arthur, 0 for Arcola. We will be back for the second quarter.